10x your life by investing in crypto. Welcome. My name is LaMelody Moore. I'm also known as Crypto Asada. And what I'm going to do today is to show you how to build a high six-figure crypto portfolio without all of the startup capital that you would think you need, and specifically without all of the confusion, because this industry is robust. There are a lot of things going on and it's moving quickly. So let's go ahead and get into it. Before we go too far along, there's going to be one particular slide where you're going to have a special gift that's you need to be able to go through the whole presentation in order to get it. You know how we do. This is part of what it is that we do to make sure that you're paying attention, that you're truly invested mentally and with your effort into this, because no one is just going to give you anything. You have to put in work. And this is my way of making sure that you put in the work that you need to do to make sure that you build that nice portfolio. So I love this saying. I use it a lot. I'm a former educator, and I've used this saying a lot with my students. If you believe you can, you can. And the converse of that, if you believe you can't, you can't. So if you've been concerned in the past and believe that you just can't be successful in investing in financial markets based on your current income, or that you can't build a decent investment portfolio, I want you to put those fears to rest. You absolutely can do this. You need the right person to show you how to do it. And on your part, you need to put forth the effort. So right now, putting forth the effort is having a notebook, a dated notebook, while you're taking notes as I'm going through, and making sure that you're fully paying attention, okay? No one can just give you something and there's no work on your part. And you have to get out of this mental trap. So financial advisors and the so-called investment experts want you to think that you must spend decades investing in markets, in stocks, bonds, gold, so on and so forth, in order to become financially free. And the crypto world has turned that on its head. That is no longer the case. And in fact, it has never been the case for those that are on the inside. Earning 7% interest per year, that's laughed at in the crypto world. That happens on the daily. In fact, the 7% interest in a day is nothing. Okay, so they're wrong, and they have their reasons for wanting you to think that way. Okay, but know that it is not true, and it has never been true. So some goals that I have for you. I want to help two types of people: those that are beginners, and you're going to learn the best way to get started investing in cryptocurrencies and get the roadmap to having a six-figure portfolio faster than any other investment opportunity could ever give you. No other investment opportunity has been able to do what crypto has been doing and will continue to do. For those of you that are more experienced and you're already into cryptocurrency, you'll get the exact blueprint some of the most successful cryptocurrency investors followed to build a high six-figure portfolio. Okay, the same blueprint that I followed, that I'm still following and will continue to follow for years to come. I'm in this for the long haul. And here are the things that I want you to understand at the end of this web class. The only way to grow a high six-figure cryptocurrency portfolio is to follow the exact same steps and strategy that successful crypto investors use. If they're building a 6- and 7-figure portfolio, what are the things that those of us that have done this, what are we doing to do that? And of course, if you want this blueprint, you can go out and you can do the 3-4 years of research that I've done, or you can get it through the course that I'm going to provide. So why do you need to listen to me, or why should you listen to me? Because there are a lot of people that are out there that are going to want to sell you things. First and foremost is that I have a lot of trust. Okay, people know me. I don't use a lot of aliases. I use my real name. There are people that I've worked with that know exactly where I live, know my direct phone number. Trust is important, especially when there's money to be made, because there are a lot of scams out here. Other thing is that I've done what I'm preaching. I retired at the age of 41 from my career, a six-figure career as a high school principal. I've been in this investment space in crypto since 2018, right when the market failed. I've been studying this for a very long time, going all the way back. Matter of fact, until Halloween in 2008. I've taken my research all the way back, even before that, looking at cryptography and this whole idea of cryptocurrency and internet money. My portfolio, I have coins in my portfolio that have more than 15x. The best performing one has done a 348x. What do I mean by that? That means that if I invested $1, every dollar turned into $348. So do you see how you can take $1,000, pick in the right coin, get a 50x and turn that to $50,000? The 348x ones, I like to be honest and transparent. Those are more difficult. You have to be more in the game. They're more difficult to find because I did not know that it was going to do that. So part of that is luck, but luck is being at the right place at the right time and haven't done your research, which is why you're here. Okay. And I'm also a part of a select club. There's a very small percentage of people that can call themselves whole corners. That is, if they own at least one whole Bitcoin or multiple Bitcoins. So let's get right to it, where it is that we're looking to go. And this is an old screenshot that I actually did a year ago, because those of you that know me know that I've been saying I'm going to put this second course together for you for a while, okay? And if you notice the way that I'm talking to you and the way that I'm getting personal, this is not your traditional webinar. I'm real. As I said, you can find me, and I like using my exact data. So this was a portfolio, I think, from maybe a year ago, okay? And you see in this time I had over 1,100% gains. Over 1,100% gains. That means the portfolio did an 11x. Okay. Now, at this point in time, in January is at 330,000. The point that we're at now in October, the portfolio is even higher and will be higher by the time that this year is out. So I started learning about cryptocurrency first in 2009, 2010, but I did not jump in, okay? At this point, it was selling for pennies on the dollars. I could have purchased $1 worth of Bitcoin and be set by now. And again, as most people, I did not do that. All right. Then I jumped back in and saw it again in 2012, and I'm discussing this with my principal at the time, the other principal. I'm like, man, that stuff is going up a couple of $100. And we still didn't invest because we were so consumed with our job, with our work of being educators. And we weren't taking time for ourselves to really jump into this investment opportunity. And it wasn't that we didn't have the money. We weren't putting forth the effort and the time, because that is what you all are doing too. You're giving your time to everything and everyone else but yourself. And if you just sit aside an hour a day to study this stuff and to learn and to start making an investment, you will be in a great position within the next few months. Even better, because I do long term, over the next few years. So in 2015, a third time, we're talking about it again. I'm in my end of the school year discussing what my bonus is going to be. And I'm like, man, you see that thing is over $500 plus? And we still didn't do it. That was 3 opportunities. And it wasn't until 2018 when I was retired where I truly had the time to invest. Okay. And so I was too busy working for someone else instead of working for myself. All right. So you don't want to let opportunities keep passing you by. Where you're at right now in crypto is like being in 1997 in the .com era, being very early. So it wasn't until 2018 when I made that first investment, and that was right after the crash happened, which was great for me. I jumped in. It was new. I did suffer some of those rug pulls where I invested in some of the early coins, did some of the what were called ICOs, initial coin offerings, and I lost money on those. But it wasn't a significant amount because I started small. All right. So I was right in the beginning of this bear market that was taking off, which was good when I look back on it because it allowed me to start accumulating coins at a very low price without even fully understanding that there was going to be what we call a bull market. So a bear market is where prices are going down substantially. And then after a period of time, it goes into a bull market where the prices starts to rise substantially. So the ability to be consistent with investing and stick to the plan during the bear market That was the difficult part. I researched and created plans as to which cryptos to buy, how long I was going to hold them. I learned what the cycles looked like, how much to invest, and what percentages, how to diversify, so on and so forth. It's about studying, you all. I'm no smarter than anyone that's watching this right now. The difference is where you're going to commit your time and where you're going to commit your effort. So you can do this. So with some of this, I know that I'm going to lose money, right? That happens. Right now, there are few cryptocurrencies that are going crazy. And I made a mistake on one. I only invested in, you can laugh because I'm not going to hear you. I only invested $6 in one particular cryptocurrency. That cryptocurrency has gone up almost 1,000x. Okay. So yes, that's good money, $6 to $6,000. But why did I only invest $6? I'm not sure what was happening at the time, but is what happened. That was a mistake. There have been other coins that I've lost by moving them from one exchange to another. So yes, you're going to lose money. But in the end, if you follow a plan, you will make much more than what you lose. Okay. So there are going to be issues. There are going to be problems. That's just part of the plan. Will you be scammed? Possibly. Was I scammed? Yes. Okay. So for about a year and a half, I was still investing, accumulating, buying, and it wasn't doing anything major. And then by the middle of about 2019, 2020, that bull market really started to take off and prices were going up and things are looking fantastic. Okay. And so I'm at a point now where it's doing what I expected it to do. And it was very difficult. May 19th of 2021, when that market took a dip, I lost $100,000 just in that one day. And that hurt. But I did not panic sell. I stuck to the plan. So right now, from those investments that started with $1,000, at the time when I first put this presentation together, it was about $330,000 just in cryptocurrency. Okay, and then of course I was at that time expecting a 5 or a 10x. We'll see how it goes over the next 2 to 3 months. So we're looking at easily turning this into $1 million portfolio. Now, don't get too far ahead of yourself. Started with thousands. You don't just go from $100, $10 to millions, you all. This takes time. Okay. I don't like selling false hope. If you want that, go to any of those commercials that you see on YouTube, any of those fast talkers, those people that are in your inbox on Facebook. I like dealing in reality. So it is very transformative to be able to build that kind of equity that is liquid, that if I need access to the money, I can use it right now. And no bank has been able to do that. I can in seconds take a loan against my crypto in seconds and have it in my account the same day because of this space. Okay. This is building wealth. And when you hear and you see these articles about why the wealthy people don't pay taxes, it's because you don't pay taxes on loans. They're borrowing against their wealth. They're not paying themselves an income. I've started to do that. And I was wondering why that was such a big issue and how they were able to get away with it. You don't pay taxes on loans. So some of you probably don't want to build a high six-figure crypto portfolio, but simply want to increase your income or improve your quality of life. That's fine. Okay. So I'm going to show you just in general how to make good money that wasn't possible before cryptocurrency. And here's some of the success stories, people that I've worked with, coached in the crypto space. And I'm not going to read this for you, but they're basically saying that I'm great. Of course, I'm great. I'm Masada, and this is what I do. I sit around all day being great. No, but in all seriousness, you can be this next success story if you commit the time and the resources to do so. This is actually my business partner here. She got started with me earlier. I've been trying to convince her because we're doing our own thing, but we also have a partnership where we're taking the company funds and investing in cryptocurrency as well. And so she's just speaking from herself, about $100,000 richer. This was last year. Her portfolio, of course, has grown even more since that time. And I'm hoping that she'll let us get some Lambos once the company portfolio does very well. But it's not looking like she's going to allow that to happen. So what we're going to do, first thing is the smart crypto investor, how to grow your cryptocurrency portfolio the safest way possible. That is extremely important. You have to be safe. Okay. Start small and grow big. You're not at a point, most people that are watching this webinar, if you are, that is fantastic. But most people can't take $10,000 or $100,000 because that's easy to do. If you start with $100,000, all it has to do is a 10x and you're at $1,000,000, right? But if you're starting with $100 or $1,000, now you're talking about a 10,000x or 1,000x, and that's much more difficult to do. But it is possible in crypto. And then how to leverage your cryptocurrency to make even more money. All right, so the safest way possible. This is important. A lot of people lose a lot of money in the cryptocurrency because they're not being safe. So let's take a look. All right. So some people are always talking about it being illegal, whatever that's done with. It's anonymous, but it's not private. If you know my cryptocurrency wallet, you can see my public wallet address. You can see all of the transactions that happen there. Nothing has been used to do more illegal activity than the US dollar. Okay, so get that idea out of your head. All right, people use it for illegal transactions, all of that stuff. That's nothing to worry about. And we're at a point now where banks, governments, other countries are getting in to this right now. Okay, so that's nothing to worry about. If you hear this is what we call FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. When you instill fear and uncertainty and doubt in people, it makes them hesitate to make the right move. So ignore that. Now, safety is key. I suggest to people, you're going to hear a lot of people in the crypto space saying private keys, and this is why we went into it, so on and so forth. And that's fantastic. When you use MetaMask, when I show you how to use MetaMask in the course, you're going to have a private key. And if you lose that private key or forget your password, there is no one that can help you to restore it. So I use a combination of those platforms where I own my private key and those centralized exchanges. Again, a lot of enthusiasts are going to tell you not to use these. Ignore them. You are a newbie, and it is important for you to make sure that you're safe, because if you lose your password with Chase, Chase can help you get another one. And so these centralized exchanges, and what do I mean by centralized exchange? A company is controlling it, like Coinbase. Coinbase is an example of a centralized exchange. Voyager, Crypto.com, Uphold. Okay. Now, MetaMask, that's a decentralized application. Okay. Do not fall for scams. Elon is not giving away free Bitcoin. You're going to see commercials where they say, hey, if you send us 0.2 Bitcoin, we'll send you back 0.2 Bitcoin. You should not need to send if it's a free giveaway, you should need to send in cryptocurrency to get that free giveaway. Lots of people fall for those scams. I fell for one of those scams. Okay? Be careful with that. You do not need to send your crypto to anyone. Do not share your private keys with anyone. Okay? And do your own research to avoid FOMO and FUD. What do I mean by that? Remember when Doge was going crazy and Elon was going to be on Saturday Night Live and the market was supposed to pump, 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 pump? I sold mine because my own research shows me that people buy the news and then sell buy the rumor, sell the news. Okay. So when everyone is talking about it, we're buying it. But then when you start buying it and the price is shooting up, those that have the most, those that have been in it for the longest, they start selling it and the price go down and you're left holding the bag. And so you FOMO into projects. You chase green candles. Bitcoin dropped this year down to $29,000 and most people were afraid to buy it. And as soon as it started going back over $60,000, this is when my phone started blowing up with people wanting to buy it again. What is that? Why do you want to buy high and you're afraid when it's low? You sell when it's low. You want to get out. That's because you're not following the plan. You're following hype. Okay. Now, again, unless you have thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, if you have those amounts, I say go all in. I'm all in it on crypto in that way. Okay. But if you're wanting to start small, how do you go about doing that? First and foremost, you can lose money in crypto. You can lose all of it. 80, 90% of it. So you want to make sure that you're only investing what is not going to make you jump off a cliff. Do not invest your children's college retirement, your college fund, your retirement fund. Do not invest money that you're going to need next week. Because in the crypto space, you'll have a 40% loss in a day. You'll look up and your $1,000 is down to $600. That's just being real with you. And I'm not trying to scare you off because, of course, I want you in this space, but I need to be honest with you. Okay. Dollar cost average in and out. What does that mean? That means that as you're in the buying season, maybe you do $50 per week, $50 per month, $10 per day, whatever it is that works for you, that you're okay. Think about it like this. When you're out and maybe buying lottery tickets, that's a risk. And you buy a certain amount of lottery tickets every so often. You can do the same thing with crypto. Okay. And the same thing where you're exiting out. When it's time to start exiting a market, don't just sell all at once. Start exiting out a little bit at a time, the same way that you went in. Start with the top 3 cryptocurrencies: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then some others. Okay. You can look at Ripple. You can look at ADA, which is Cardano. You can look at BNB, which is for the Binance token. Okay, so there's some top cryptos. Now, some of you are saying, what about Doge? What about Floki? What about Shiba Inu? If that's what you want to do, fine. I do not invest a lot in those coins because I'm a person that studies and I'm thinking for the long term. Okay. Now, we're getting to a point where we're approaching the end of a cycle. And so if you're limited on the amount you can invest before this cycle ends, you can understand the cycle and be ready for the next one. And I promise you, you will then 10 to 1000x your investment. I need to be honest with you. We're approaching the end of a cycle. And so this particular course is going to be good maybe for the next 3 to 6 months. And then after that, it's going to be good to know how to prepare for the next cycle. So again, we talked about how I started $1,000 in 2018. I consistently and with discipline kept putting in a little bit at a time. The portfolio grew early 2021 to about 300K. And of course, I'm looking to turn this portfolio would turn into $1 million plus. Okay, little at a time. One of the free tokens that I received is almost $15,000 now. That's one of them. Another one had grown to about 12,000. It's back down to about 5,000, but it's 5,000 in free money. So I'm going to take a look at some of that. And all of these are what we call airdrops. And airdrops are where you get free money. My computer is hooked up right now to a particular network to receive free tokens for an airdrop just from using that network. Okay. This is a huge one. It has netted me a lot of money over the past year. And then you need to make sure that you have an open mind. Cryptocurrency is very different from what you're used to. Very different from what you're used to in the banking industry. But it's important to note that this is the future. Children born today may never step foot in a bank as an adult. Everything that they do would be cryptocurrency in the metaverse. Okay. And so one of the things that really hit me about cryptocurrency is I'm making so much more compared to the bank. Just on the interest that I make. If I show you some of these, I'm getting an email every day from one of my crypto projects showing me, hey, you earned $27 in interest today. Hey, you earned $10 in interest today. Okay. I'm staking. I'm doing all types of things that I'm going to talk about later. Okay. And you don't get those type of opportunities in the bank. So the most amazing part about all of this is that it's still so new. You're in the beginning stages of the internet. This is what this is like, when most people didn't even know what it was. And we were okay with living our lives without the internet. We weren't walking around with cell phones. And today you can't imagine leaving your home without your cell phone. This is how early you are in this crypto space. Okay. And I'm thinking about the future. You all have heard recently about Facebook changing their name to Meta. When have you ever known a $1 trillion company to change their name? They have already established themselves. That does not happen. That is not something that they would recommend in branding. This should give you an idea of how huge this space is going to be. And right now it's only a $2 trillion market cap, meaning that all of crypto right now is only worth about 2.5 trillion. When you compare that to gold, to the amount of money that's in derivatives, that's in real estate, it is extremely small. There is so much room for growth. That is why you can 10x, 100x, 1000x your money. Okay? So, again, you're at the beginning stages. Think about these: Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, that you were able to invest in them when they were just dollars. Okay? And so Bitcoin right now, it is only 12 years old, and it has already reached $1 trillion market cap. Those other large companies, it took them 20 to 40 years to do the same. Bitcoin is larger than most companies. It is larger than all banks. Think about it. Think about the future. Okay? And if you're thinking that this is too complicated for you, that you're not smart enough, this is for super smart people, nah. If I can do this, anyone can do it. Anything. It takes time. It takes effort. That's all you need. Okay? It can be as simple or as complex as you make it. The key is to believe that you can do it, because you can. Just as you don't need to know how to make a phone to use one, you don't need too much cryptocurrency technical knowledge to excel in it. Let me say it again. You don't need to know how phones are made. You can't tell me how phones are made. You can't tell me where the parts come from. You can't tell me how it works on the inside. But you know how to use it. You know the benefit of it. That's the same thing with cryptocurrency. If your interest in cryptocurrency is only to own it, trade it, invest it, etc., you simply need to know which coins to invest in, what exchanges to use, and which wallets to keep them in. That's it. And if you like a particular industry, if you like finance, if you like money, then go into DeFi, decentralized finance. If you understand how huge gaming is going to be and what the metaverse is going to be all about, what NFTs, then go in that space. You don't need to know all of the technical stuff about a hash function, a transaction rate, and all of those things. Now, you can operate with cryptocurrency in pretty much the same way you would with your fiat money, in digital transactions over the internet. And as we speak, Visa and MasterCard are both working on ways to make it possible to use your credit card attached to your cryptocurrency. You can go on Twitter right now and monetize your account. That means that you can set it up to receive Bitcoin, tips in Bitcoin. The world is moving in that direction. And if you're afraid that you'll lose your money because you think cryptocurrency is volatile or because people say it's a bubble, well, bubbles aren't always a bad thing. In fact, bubbles have the power to boost mass adoption, just like it happened with the dot-com bubble back in the 90s. Okay. Now, nothing goes up forever, not at these drastic rates. So this is why it's early and important for you to get in on it now, because over the next 5 to 10 years, this level, nothing can keep 100xing. It'll slow down. Okay, but think about companies that have been, McDonald's has been around for forever. They still go up in value, but not as drastic as crypto. Okay, and almost every investment opportunity has or had its own bubble, including famous real estate bubble, but that doesn't mean that real estate is dead. Okay, we've had a stock market bubble. That doesn't mean the stock market bubble, the stock market is dead. It is a temporary event and has the potential of happening at any time market conditions allow it. If anything, cryptocurrency has proven its staying power by surviving several crashes. You all remember how much cryptocurrency went down early in 2021? It went down to $3,000 in 2019 and it's back. Okay. And just think about it. No other investment opportunity has recovered and grown the way that cryptocurrency has done over the years. It is growing at an average rate of 200% a year. Please understand that the stock market only grows at a rate of about 7 to 8% per year, and cryptocurrency is doing it at 200% per year. Now, one of the other things that you're going to learn, and this is a huge one, how to leverage your cryptocurrency to make more money, where you're just earning money while you sleep. Okay. And these opportunities are way better than banks. All right. One of the things is the interest on some of these projects. You can earn up to 72% APY and higher. I'm doing that through what's called staking. You literally have the opportunity to be your own bank where you're giving out loans and you're earning interest on it and you're earning a portion of the fees. Okay, this idea of staking, farming, and liquidity pools, all three of which I'm doing and making money from. This world of DeFi, decentralized finance, is opening up opportunities that we could not have imagined that individual people would be able to do. And then you can borrow against your crypto so that when it's going up, you don't have to sell and then it goes up. If you need money, you can borrow against it. So if you follow what I showed you, the first thing, did your due diligence, made sure everything was safe. You started investing consistently, and then you start leveraging your cryptocurrency. Do you think that you can be successful with this? Okay. Do you think that you can do what I'm telling you to do, what I'm going to show you how to do in the course? Okay. Where you can build 6 figures. If you believe that you can commit the time, be consistent with that, put forth that effort, of course you can. Now, you all should be excited because money makes me excited. And when I first got into this space, at first I was like, man, this is a lot. But then once I started the learning and started seeing what was possible and how I was making money and basically making money on a daily basis, once I started staking and farming, I was extremely excited. And I'm sure you are too. But I am sure that some of you are probably feeling overwhelmed because I covered so much. And so one of the things that you're going to want to do is to focus. And remember, when you're first doing anything, I don't care if you're first learning how to type, first learning how to read, ride a bike, play tennis, whatever it is, it's a lot at first. You have the language of whatever the subject is. There's so many different rules. It's the same thing with cryptocurrency. You do things step by step and it won't be so overwhelming. Okay. So, of course, I can't show you everything that I need to show you in a short presentation, okay? But what I can do is to give you this information in a course. And why do people do courses? For me, why I do courses is because I have a lot of people that are asking me things on the side. And I like to respect myself. And I hope that you want to respect me as well. And that means that for all the years that I've put into this, learning this, the monies that I lost, the lessons that I've learned, the conferences that I've attended, that you respect me enough to invest in yourself and then to say, hey, we appreciate you, we'll get the course, okay? So what I'm going to have is I'm going to have a special offer because I went in and changed the offer because I want people to get in quick because you have about 3, 4, 5 months or so to get benefits immediately. And then after that, you're going to be in a space where you're going to need to be in the 4-year cycle. So the course is going to be extremely valuable either way. But if you want to start benefiting right away, you're going to want to get this right away. So I'm going to give a special to do just that. And so one of the things that we're going to cover, Bitcoin hitting $1 million, that is going to happen. I said Bitcoin hitting $1 million right now is trading at over $60,000. Pay attention. Building your portfolio out, alternate coins, what we call alts. DeFi, decentralized finance, being your own bank. The top DEXs to use, the decentralized exchanges. This NFT and metaverse craze, you have to get in on it. You don't have to, but I recommend it, especially the metaverse. Stake and farm and liquidity pools, that's making money. Airdrops, free money. The crypto cycle and the bull market is important to understand that. Top coins to invest in now, when to buy, of course, the crypto language, crypto loans, you getting loans and also giving loans, research, resources to use, when to get out of crypto. There's a time that you need to be out of this space because the market will drop, and then preparing for the next cycle. Okay. So here's one of the airdrops that I got This here, $9.95, that's the fee that I paid, because you have to pay gas fees when you're using Ethereum protocol. And at the time, the fees were really low. All right. And so they did the airdrop. They gave me 220 of those mirror tokens. And right now, at the time I did this, it was $1,500. Okay. Here's the Uniswap airdrop. For those of you that got the Uniswap airdrop, you know that they airdropped us 400 tokens. I think this was in September of 2020. I held on to mine. When they first dropped them, they were about $1,600. And a lot of people sold. I held on to mine, and I'm hearing those of us that held on, we would get even more tokens dropped to us, or different tokens from different protocols. Matter of fact, I think I got this one because I held on to this one. Okay. But this is $13,350. Right now it's up to about $16,000. And that's free money. I'm still holding on to those tokens. Okay. And then I also provide liquidity. Remember, I told you you can act as your own bank. And basically what I did, and again, I use Uniswap. Okay. This is my screenshot here. And through my wallet, I provided liquidity. And what I did was I'm lending out some of my Uniswap tokens and some of my Ethereum. You do it in 2 tokens. And when I started here, it was around $680 that I started with this. It's even higher now, you all. It's about 7,000, but this is when I did the screenshot. And the fees that I've earned are about $700, $800, somewhere around there. So this is me lending money, providing liquidity, allowing people to trade using my tokens. And I'm earning fees on that, plus the value of the token is going up. Okay. So just off of that so far, and it's even higher, it's more like about $30,000 that I've received in free crypto just over the past year. Okay. Just over 1 year, I've received over $20,000 in free crypto. And I have not sold any of it yet. So I need to take profit at some point. But I'm a long-term hodler. Okay, so is this for you? We can play, all right. Is this for you? If it isn't for you, if you've come this far, this is for you. Okay, if you're interested in taking your money, using it to make more money in the crypto space, this is for you. 6-figure crypto portfolio, this is for you. Going even further, staying longer, 7-figure crypto portfolio, this is for you. Okay, so we went through this. The crypto industry is very fast moving one. The prices are changing drastically. The earlier you can get into this space, especially for the end of this cycle, the better. You're going to want to jump on this opportunity ASAP. If you wait this opportunity, and I'm not saying it in a way like, oh, you have to spend your money fast. When I say it's going to be gone, I mean it's going to be gone into the next 3 to 4 years, because we're going to enter a bear market. So the opportunity will be there, but you're going to have to wait. If you want to get in before this market end, you have anywhere 3 to 5 months to do so. So the course, what I'm going to sell it for is going to be $2,999. That's what I'm going to sell the full blown out course for. Of course, I said I have a unique special in here for you. And this unique special that I'm going to get to, what it's going to do is going to allow you to jump in quickly and to go through the course quickly, because the time frame is short. But this is what the course is going to sell for, probably Q1 of 2022. I'm going to come back in, and this will be the price of the course. Okay. Of course, I'm going to give a cheat sheet that is going to give, you're going to have all of the freebies that is going to be a part of the course. If I'm selling this individually, my cheat sheet, I'm charging easily $249. Okay. All right. Because I'm giving you the answers to it. All right. The crypto hot list, and this is going to change often. So one of the other things we're going to get to is the Facebook private group, and that's where I'm going to start dropping gems in. I normally drop them for free on Facebook sometimes, and I'm going to stop doing that completely, and it will only be for people that are in the course that I would share those gems with. Okay. Again, this is something I can easily do a one page. The thing about it is that it will change, right? But someone can take this hot list and easily turn this into a, $5,000, $10,000 portfolio by only paying $199 for it. This crypto cycle piece, explaining that to you and you having an understanding of how that works. Not only the Bitcoin cycle, but also the psychology cycle. And you see this a lot around, but understanding how that, and then there's another one, the Wyckoff model, okay? And understanding how these different cycles play a part in when the market is rising and when it's falling. Okay. And the different ways to profit, okay? Showing you and explaining. I went over staking, farming, so on and so forth, but really breaking that down and then showing you exactly how to do those things. And then the private group where we have ongoing support and getting all of the gems. So if I've researched a particular project, like one that I've researched today, okay, one that I researched today, I'll tell you is Gamers, Gamerse. All right, that's one that I just popped some money into. I told you I was going to get some freebies. That's not even one that I was going to put in here, but as I'm doing certain projects, I'll drop that in the Facebook group. Hey, here's one that I just picked up. This is why I like it. This is what the team is about. Here are the backers for it, so on and so forth. Okay, so that'll be in the private Facebook group when you get this course. Okay, so all of this, the course, the 6-figure crypto cheat sheet, the hot list, the crypto cycle, different ways to profit. In the Facebook group, you really can't put a price on that because that'll be ongoing into the bear market. It won't be ongoing for 4 years, okay? Let's keep it honest. I'm not going to do that. But all of this is a value of close to $4,000, if not more. Okay. Now, of course, you're not going to pay that amount, right? This is what we do. We're letting you know what the value is, what this is worth to us. This is ideally what we feel that our time and our resources are worth. People don't break it down that way, right? We're going to give you this special. No, it's this price. This is what I feel that this course is worth. Okay. And yes, it is an investment that will pay for itself. Even if you just got the airdrops that we're given. If you got $20,000 in free money, you're not going to have any problem giving me $4,000 because that means that you're 16,000 up. Okay. So there's going to be a code, and here's the unique thing about this code. 10XCrypto is going to be your code. This is what you're all going to want. And here's what the 10XCrypto code, the price that it was going to be, $997. But I'm doing something different here because I want to get this out quickly. I'm going to allow people to pre-order. And for a limited time, when you pre-order, that 10XCrypto code is going to get this course for you for $297. So when you head on over to the website, theentravest.com, and you go to the course, you're going to use code 10XCrypto, and you're going to get it on pre-order for $297. Once the course is out, the price is going to be $997. So by pre-ordering this course, you're going to get it for $297. That's your secret gift right there. Because once we go on, and notice that slide is a different color because I just added that just to do this. Because once we go on, it's going to be $997. The price of the course will be $997. So the special that you're getting, you can head on over to the website. That's going to be for a limited time. Once the course is launched, $997. You get it before the launch. If you pre-order it now, you'll get this course for $297. Okay. All right. So here you see everything else is ready to do what? This is for the $997 sale. Right. So yeah, that's right. You do all of this instead of paying $3,999. You're getting it for $997. Okay. But if you're using that code, you're doing a pre-order, you're getting it for $297. I don't have slides for that because I just set that up for you all. And because there were a couple of people that say, hey, when are you going to go ahead and drop that course? So since I'm doing it quickly, I want to see what the interest is like. Get the pre-order there. Those that pre-order, get it for $297. Once I drop it, the course is going to be $997. All right. So thank you all. I think this is my last slide here. You all know what I'm about to do. I'm about to get back on my computer, do some more crypto. Head on over to the website, use 10XCrypto. get the course early for not $9.97, but for $2.97. Pre-order it, and then once it's dropped, and I'm going to do it in a different format, you all. Time is of the essence. You have 3 to 5 months or so left of this market. That means I'm not going to do all these different chapters and everything. I'm going to sit down on my computer. You're going to need to sit down with a notebook, follow me along. You're going to have probably about 3 hours that you need to go through, because I'm going to want you to do this stuff as I'm explaining it. To do it as I'm explaining it so that you're ready. I don't want you to just go through this course and this is just a good course that you went through, or you're playing it while you're doing the dishes and you don't do anything with it. This is about making money. So thank you. Head on over to the website, get it for $297 instead of the $9.97 discount it's going to be. And then once we get back in and the market kicks off again, I'm removing the discounts completely, and it's going to be the $3,999 value. So thank you. Head on over, get the course. See you on the inside.